What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video from Prem Pods. Today we're going to be reviewing Game Week 9. Game Week 9. Looking back at the scores, our opinions on the games, and we'll go from there. First game?
Mate. First game, straight into it.
Well, it was the 12:30, and luckily, with an early red card, it kind of killed the game. I do think we would have beat them with 11 men. It made it so sometimes more difficult playing with 10 men when
Have to break
they're
them
just
down.
camped inside their box.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, to be honest with you, again, just happy that we got out of there with a win, really and truly. I said 3-1, you said 2-2.
I said 2-2 just because I thought it was going to be the same old Merseyside derby.
Could have been, it might have been, but
Ashley Young didn't help because he was just too rash.
it was two silly challenges.
But again, looking at it from the point of view of Ashley Young, the previous 3-4 game weeks, people have done studs up challenges twice and not been sent off.
Yeah.
But I think it was just more the position of the second yellow
Yeah.
card. He was going into the box in it, and it was like, I have to give the yellow, and now you're off.
It's
Whereas
not-
most of the other ones have happened in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, and Kanate as well
Mhm.
got away with one, definitely. And Klopp very quickly took him off after that as well.
What was the score at that time? When
0-0.
Kanate, it was 0-0.
Yeah, so you could have went down
So it
to
could have went
10-0.
10-10.
At 0-0, very possible. Lucky to get away with that as well, 100%. But again, we were saying that it evens itself out, these decisions over the season, isn't it? So,
It does. I think it does, and that's why I don't really like VAR.
Yeah.
And then your man that does nothing but just scores
Salah, innit?
has done the job again.
He does it. He scores. And then we got 2 as well, no?
Yeah, he got 2. He scored
Yeah.
the pen and then scored in the
Nunes.
93rd minute or something.
Yeah, beautiful. But again, just happy to get away with that game with a win. Clean sheet, which is even better. We've normally made it hard for ourselves and going behind in games. But especially with 10 men, Everton just didn't really look like scoring at all.
Nah, they didn't look like it. Like, I think for about, what do you say, for about 5-10 minutes when Kanate was on with that Beto geezer,
Yeah.
it looked like there was going to be a problem.
Yeah.
But they didn't actually look like stringing together
Nah,
a
they
phase of play
yeah.
where they were going to score, and it didn't look like it.
I mean, there's always set pieces and stuff like that. So if you can get
Yeah.
up the pitch, nick set pieces, there could have been chances there. But yeah, again, happy that we won. I didn't get the correct score right. Got the difference right.
Got the correct result. I didn't get anything right in that one because I thought, like I said, it was going to be a scrapping match,
Exactly.
like it normally is.
Which I think, yeah, without the young red in the first half, it could have definitely been that.
Yeah.
But they just had to they took off. Who did they take off? Remember, it was
They took off both their
both
wingers,
the
and you
wingers,
can see
innit?
it there. They took off both their wingers in the second half.
yeah,
I think.
McNeil and Jack Harrison
Yeah,
for Patterson and Michael Keane. I mean, you're just
2 defenders.
yeah.
Just waiting.
Both
for
of
it.
your best players, arguably, as in what you'd want in going forward in attacking areas and providing something possibly for Calvert-Lewin or whoever else is there, Decore. But taking both of them off and then a fullback and a centre half, it's just like, yeah, well,
Yeah, you're just waiting, innit, really?
basically.
You're hoping that, well, at that time it was
Can we
0-0,
hold that?
innit?
Can we
So
hold
can
that?
we get 0-0 with 10 men?
And nick it maybe.
Dash ball, innit? Didn't work.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
But I'm happy back with a win after international break.
That's
So, yeah.
it, mate. On to game 2. What was game 2?
Close game we fought, and it kind of was Bournemouth against Wolves.
I remember we were both saying that we think they're both good enough to score, but we don't know if they will, basically.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I remember saying us about
Well,
this.
not many.
Well, not many, yeah. Well, you went
It's
with
like-
what, 1-0 Wolves?
I said 1-0 Wolves, yeah.
And I did 1-1.
Yeah, and it was 1-1 all the way until the 88th minute.
And they got a red card as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, again, that game could be looking very different.
Without the red card?
Yeah.
Definitely. 100%. There's a lot of cards in that game, though. I'm seeing so many yellow cards.
First half as well, 4 cards in the first half.
That's a lot of yellows.
Then a red, another yellow, then yeah, just went up from there.
Yeah, that's mental.
But I said Gary O'Neill back at Bournemouth, getting a win.
So you got another result, but not correct score.
And
And I've
the
got
difference.
Nish. Difference. You got a difference, yeah.
And then Liverpool games.
That's very true. Might as well start backing that at the bookies.
The difference.
Bet the difference. -2 and all that, all them Asian handicaps and everything. Start looking at those and see how you win.
But yeah, it was an interesting game, and again, red cards kind of killed it really. Bournemouth would probably have to be doing a lot of sitting in, and again trying to nick it. I would have said, imagine they would have been more of a threat to Wolves than Everton were to us with 10 men. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
They still could have done something. And unlucky, really. They'll be disappointed home game, sorry.
Yeah.
To lose. But again, Gary O'Neill keeps marching on, mate.
Yeah, mate. You're 100%. You can't be going down to 10 men like against teams that are near your quality. Like you see what happens in all these other football games where people get sent off in it and teams come back. Like teams are winning 2-3-0. Teams come back because they get a man sent off. Like you can't do it in the Premier.
You just
can't have one extra man. Can't be market. Even 11v11, there's space in it. So you're telling me you've got one less man. Where? How much more space is there? So yeah, you can't do that in the Prem. No, not for
a very long day at the office, especially that with 40 minutes left at least.
Mate, first 2 games, 2 red cards.
There's quite a few red cards this season. Quite a few. You'll see loads more as well because of what types of challenges are being looked at as serious foul play and stuff like that.
It's quite funny because before, like I don't know if it was before VAR or last season, there seemed to be like a load of niggly challenges that got given yellows. Whereas now it's kind of gone the opposite way, where the niggly challenge gets left and the red card challenge gets left.
Sometimes. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not making sense, my friend.
It's a bit. They're inconsistent. We've said that in it a lot of times.
They are very inconsistent, definitely.
But yeah, anyway, moving on. Third game, Brentford against Burnley.
We did say that I said that I thought this would be a good game of football.
Yeah.
I think wasn't bad, but I did think that Burnley would do more in it. They're not even scoring. I know Brentford away is a hard place to go.
Yeah.
But you got to actually get like, even if you know what, in the Prem, if you're like a Burnley or even when Brighton started out at Brighton, I can remember Brighton nicking 1-2 goals against teams, still losing the game. But then they nicked 2 goals in it, and then next week they go, lads, we scored 2 against Liverpool. We go and play Fulham. We beat them 3-4-0. So you have to like get a bit of momentum. Not scoring in a game of football when you're all professional footballers is nuts.
I said to you as well, I think Brentford would have too much quality.
They did.
Both of the players who I said would
score,
basically be where the quality comes from, both scored.
Wissa and Buemo, I guess.
Yeah.
Who was the last one?
Godos came off the bench.
Not bad.
But again, this game, nine cards and a red card as well.
Another red card?
Another red card. We're 3 for 3 for red cards.
Connor Roberts has gone as well. That's a big part of like their defensive unit.
Yeah.
Defending without Connor Roberts is going to be a long day. But they only conceded 1 after. So
exactly. I think the game was probably still won. And again, it's 78 minutes. I don't know if it would have made too much difference anyway, to be honest with you.
Nah.
But yeah, clean win for Brentford.
Yeah, 3-0. That's a big win. What did you say?
2-1, I said.
And I said 2-1 Burnley. So I've still got Nish, and you got 3 points.
Another result, right? But not correct score, unfortunately.
We're not there yet. We're all right. Well, I'm rubbish. You're all right, but we're getting there, mate. We're definitely getting there.
Some of these games seem easier to kind of just predict. Not the score, obviously, but as in who's going to win. Some of them, innit? Because of the teams like Burnley and different teams that are involved.
I'll just go for shock fixtures just in case, just to cover all bases.
That goes on to our next one, our next game. You said, or you thought, sorry, there'll be a shock fixture result. City against Brighton.
Didn't quite happen that way, did it, mate?
Not really. No.
I did say that I thought Brighton would nick it 1-0, but I have to say, I only was saying that because I wanted them to do it in it more than anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did not pan out that way, and it looked very steady for City in the first half, to be honest. It didn't look like much of a threat to them. But yeah, I don't know, man. I thought it was going to be a bit more. There was going to be a bit more from Brighton. Like I say, scoring at Etihad.
Yeah,
it's good, isn't it?
Confident they 2-1. It's not a bad It's not a bad result. It doesn't look terrible. Teams
No,
like
we've done
City
worse
get
than that.
destroyed.
Yeah, we've done worse.
And they were 2-0 inside 20 minutes, so it could have been a bit of a pasting.
It could have been 6-7-0.
It could have been a bit of a pasting, and then they got one back, and it was a bit tense as well for City in them last 15-20 minutes. Again, they could have scored themselves, but
there's a few chances at the end. There was a few chances.
There was, and lo and behold, another game, another red card.
Another red card.
4 for 4.
It's 4 for 4 red cards now.
Red cards.
That's mad.
Jesus.
That's mad. Yeah, that's 2. That's mad. How many shots did Brighton take? Can you see that anywhere if you go down? I think if you go down, you might be able to see like the stats. There you go. How many shots did they actually take?
5 shots, 3 on target, 1 goal. It's not the worst statistically, but
yeah, not for City. Not playing at the Etihad, to be fair.
City had 10, 6 on target, 2 goals. So they're worse.
They could have nicked a draw, definitely, when City had 10 men, because it was looking a bit like you say, they were getting squeezed.
Yeah.
They were definitely getting squeezed, but
again, they've come away with it. They've come away with it.
Yeah, again, and you know what? Fair play to them, because Brighton, for certain points of that second half, like, were actually on the ball. You know, normally when you see teams go to the Etihad,
yeah,
they just get taken the mick out of.
That's what I'm saying.
But they actually had the ball for different spells,
yeah.
so...
But again, being 2-0 down 20 minutes, it was definitely looking like that. It was looking like a very long day. So they've done very well to keep it at that respectable all the way until like 70 minutes, and then they've nicked a goal.
Yeah, it's good.
And kind of momentum can now swing back into your direction.
See, that's kind of the thinking that I had, was the fact that they wouldn't concede those 2 goals early, and they would still get that 70th win. Do you get what I mean?
Well,
that's the theory I had, that they would stick it out and then nick one.
Yeah.
But
unfortunately, not today.
Maybe
when they go and play them at the MX. Yeah,
potentially.
But moving on, next game.
4 red cards.
Yes, we've been 4 for 4. That's kind of nuts.
Oh, it's a good game.
Newcastle at home to Crystal Palace. What did you say for that, Con?
I think I said 3-1, innit? Because I thought Palace would nick it. I thought Palace would get a goal, sorry.
Yeah.
And I thought Newcastle would be well worth the win. But Palace do have a lot to offer going forward. So I definitely did think that people like Eze, if they were on the pitch, certain people like that, I thought they would actually be able to provide something more than just 1 goal.
I think, did Eze even come on?
Yeah, 3-1. I thought yeah, they should have. Did he come on, or is he still
injured?
Still injured. Yeah, maybe this is.
Yeah, he's injured. Yeah. Elise is injured as well. So
yeah, see,
that's 2 very good players for me.
See, now I know
can make a difference in a game.
Now I know this, I'm probably going to be predicting a lot of fixtures in future where they don't score in it, because no Eze, no Elise.
Yeah.
Jordan Ayew up top for me is...
I mean, Newcastle are good. You've got to give Newcastle credit as well. They're a good defensive unit. And they're scoring goals to back it up. I mean, they've battered Palace here, really. 4-0. 3-0 inside the first half.
Yes.
Past the pad.
Basically.
And then they just got an extra one, just to make sure.
Yeah, no, Newcastle do look like a very good squad. Like, they're beating teams for fun now, isn't it? And it ain't fun for us to watch it, because they're just creeping.
It's not.
They're creeping. You only really say that they start to struggle with the top 6, which for Newcastle is a massive achievement.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Massive.
If you beat all these other teams around you, you can still find your way into the top 4
100%.
by losing and drawing games against teams that like City and
100%.
We beat them yourselves. So yeah, I said 2-0. I didn't predict that they'd destroy them like that. I didn't. I said that I didn't think Palace would score. But yeah, I didn't think Newcastle would batter them like that.
Yeah, no, that's...
But they're just, it's home, innit? They're at home. They destroy teams at home.
And Longstaff scored again. He can't do no wrong. Can't do no
4 different goal scorers, which is good as well. Murphy, Gordon, Longstaff and Wilson. Sharing out the goals as well.
Yeah, it's good. It's actually good. I can't lie. To see Newcastle doing what they're doing, it's nice to see from a distance.
They are doing well for sure. And it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of the games when they play teams in the lower half of the table end up like this kind of scoreline.
Yeah, they've definitely got the quality. They've got the quality. And they're clinical as well. Like, when they get that ball going, they just get it in the back of your net. Start.
The crowd rolls that ball into the back of the net.
Yeah, that crowd's brilliant. That crowd is brilliant.
But yeah, again, Newcastle destroyed another team at home.
I finally got some points, have I?
Yeah, result. Got a result, mate.
Buzzing.
I was
1
4
point
for
on the
4
board.
on results. Now I'm 4 for 5. You're 1 for 5.
No, you got everything right now. Because you got Newcastle.
Oh, Newcastle as
you
well,
got
yeah.
5
5 for 5, Jesus.
5 for 5, mate. You could have had decent acca going there, mate.
No, innit? All the Prem games so
All
far.
the Prem games, mate.
But yeah, moving on. Next game. Forest against Luton.
Forest against Luton.
Nottingham Forest playing at home. I did say, I predicted 2-1 in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And it was looking like that for a little bit, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. No,
It was.
It was.
It was looking like 2-1.
It was a 0-0 half time, so I was thinking
I don't think that's
probably not
going
going to
to
be that many goals, maybe 1 goal or something in this game though. And
Yeah.
then Wood, straight after half time basically, gets the second goal, 75th minute, 76th minute, sorry. And then Ogbena, 83rd minute, to make it 2-1, which is where I thought, okay, that's my
Stab in it.
prediction, perfect. And
That's
then
it.
Adebayo, 2-2 in the 92nd minute.
See? And I remember we did say, again, for this game, I remember us discussing this and saying, it could be 0-0 or it could be 2-2. You get what I mean? It could like go either way where they let each other score or they just completely cross each other and just, cross each other
Yeah,
off.
crazy game.
Crazy
game
game,
in the
man.
end. Brilliant for Luton. Great comeback for Luton, coming 2-0 down, nicking a point. Every point is vital. Every single point.
100%. In that down that end of the table, and it's not even rude for me to say that, Luton fans cannot be thinking that they're a mid-table Premier League squad. That's their end of the table, innit? And if they stay one place above that relegation, they have done a massive
If
thing.
Luton stay up,
Massive.
that'll be crazy.
Massive
That'll
for
be
them.
crazy.
Yeah, no. And they got good players, isn't it? That's what I said. They've proven, like, even though I predicted 0-0, I just thought because they would, like, bore each other to death, it would just be that type of game. And it was for 45 minutes, isn't it? So
Basically.
they've come out the second half. Both managers have probably shouted at each other's teams, and they both scored 2 goals.
But yeah, you got the result right. You said 0-0 draw, 2-2 draw, but you could take a draw either way.
Take the draw.
And that's my first incorrect
First
one.
wrong
If I
fixture,
did that,
mate.
I would have been crying 92nd minute.
Yeah, no, that would have been quite sad, that one. But now a couple of games of no reds finally.
Yes, the
Got
last
two games.
The last 2 games, no reds.
2 games, no reds, mate.
Which takes us on to our next game. I think again, Luton, brilliant result. Forest fans very disappointed to be
Especially
not
at
getting a
home.
win from 2-0 from that position as well.
Yeah.
But they'll still be alright. I'm still confident enough in Forest, to be honest with you. There's always going to be games like this.
Yeah, it's ups and downs. It's ups and
exactly.
downs.
That was the end of the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Next game is big game. Chelsea against the Arsenal.
I thought we were going to smash them.
So did I.
I
We both thought it.
I had no
We
respect
both
for
thought the same
Chelsea
thing.
before this game because I was looking at them, looking at the teams they played, looking at the results they've picked up, who they've scored against, who they haven't scored against. I'm thinking these look horrible, but you have to still give it to Chelsea when they actually put out an 11. It's a decent 11, isn't it? They've spent a lot of money on that squad, innit?
Yeah.
So when they put out a team to play you, it's going to be decent, innit? They might not turn up, but for the first half, I think most of the game they played us off the pitch.
Yeah.
They didn't let us play in it, which was the problem.
But again, I think we kind of overestimated Arsenal's performances so far this season as well.
Yes.
So expect that result.
Yes.
Because Arsenal ain't been putting in a 4-2 or a 4-0 win, especially against Chelsea.
Not against Chelsea now.
You know
You
what I
saw
mean?
it was City
It's
in
not-
it. We just about got over
exactly.
the line.
So I think we probably overestimated it. Probably a bit of what's the word I'm looking for?
Bias towards
A lot-
Arsenal.
a
yeah,
lot of
definitely.
bias
Definitely.
in them results. And again, Arsenal fans, I don't know about yourself. I was saying this to you earlier. If you from that position from 2-0 down, you have to be happy with a draw against Chelsea.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It doesn't matter what Chelsea you're playing against.
Nah.
2-0 down to bring it back and get a draw. You have to be happy with that.
100%. Mate, football is a funny game. Like anything can happen in football.
Exactly. Yeah.
And when we were 2-0 down, they looked like they were going to get the third, innit? It didn't look like we were offering anything.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Like, but again, I'll say it again. Who has picked that game by the scruff of his neck? Declan Rice again, bro. Worth every single million.
I think he's brilliant, honestly.
He is brilliant.
He's been your most consistent performer.
Consistent.
Kind of going under the radar. But again, getting a goal.
Great finish.
A key goal in a
Clinical
big game.
finish.
Another goal in a big game. It was a weird game because, again, we were saying watching it that Chelsea didn't really look like scoring either.
No.
And it was weird circumstances which led to them scoring anyway.
Yeah.
The penalty obviously is unlucky.
Oh, it's a pen, yeah.
It is a pen, without a doubt. It's unlucky.
But it's not open play, innit?
Exactly. It's not a silly foul or anything like that either.
And it's not flipping Mudryk trying to pick out Sterling and find the
back. Do you know what I mean? Mudryk cross, head down, he can claim it if he wants.
But it's fair though, because they, as I was saying to you, innit, when Mudryk scored that goal, me, you, and our other boy looked at each other and we basically just said Saka did the same thing, innit? Because Saka looked for a pass last year, right foot, and it lobbed their keeper in it. A couple of weeks, I think it was last year.
What game was that though? You battered them, I thought.
Yeah, I think you battered them.
But
it might have been a draw.
Chelsea have got to be disappointed because you need these things to happen, like these lucky occurrences and strange occurrences to happen to win these type of games as well sometimes.
Oh, definitely.
Not just for Chelsea, like everyone. In these big games, sometimes you need little weird occurrences to happen to score goals. It's not always clean goals that are scored.
To be fair, I think looking at Chelsea's season after this and looking at our season after this, I think the game as a whole has done both of us a great deal. It's done both of us well.
Yeah.
Because Chelsea now have, alright, cool, we're up there with one of the best 4 teams in the league. Chelsea have scored 2 goals against us when they can't really grab a goal.
Yeah.
And then we've come back from 2-0 down and scored 2 goals against Chelsea away.
Exactly.
So it's kind of good. It's not a good result for anyone.
It's definitely, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Really.
I reckon.
But following the game, watching the game, the draw was kind of a fair result.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, Chelsea should have won.
They
didn't deserve
have
to win that game, innit? We played good for 10 minutes.
It was the fact that there was just weird goals.
Yeah.
That it was just the draw in the end was kind of a fair result. But again, the Rice goal came from
their mistake.
Their keeper.
Yeah, weird goal.
So again, it's literally.
And then again, their keeper.
Seemed like you needed that.
Again, their keeper was basically backed onto his line for Trossard, and just let it go past. So it was strange, innit? It was a strange game. Yeah. I thought we had, like we said, before we move on, I think the only thing we have to say is we definitely underestimated Chelsea and overestimated Arsenal.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
We did.
Well, I said that Chelsea would score 2. I just thought you'd score 4.
Yeah. I thought they wouldn't even score against us because I had no respect for them. But now they've earned it over that game.
We both, unfortunately, no points for that.
Well, I'm used to that. That's normal for me. This is not normal for you. You're on a 2 streak with no points. Yeah.
But yeah, annoying game really to watch. Again, kind of an annoying game, but you can't be too annoyed with the result at the end of it. Really and truly.
Nah.
Come on, we're still unbeaten.
Still unbeaten, mate.
Invincible
still on.
Still on.
Invincible still on.
But yeah, got anything else to say about that game?
Nah, mate. It was good to see actually Chelsea switch on, innit? Because I haven't seen a Chelsea game this season where they've actually looked switched on. Not in finishing wise, because it didn't look like they were going to score, but in the way that they controlled the midfield. Like Declan Rice until he scored. Fair play was picking up the ball and distributing it, but Colin Gallagher had him out of the game. I didn't even know my man was playing.
Well, no, it was more like there was just
the whole midfield was a better unit. You get everyone on our team was
there as well.
He's dead, man. Get him out of the squad.
Odegaard doesn't do much defensively. He does a lot of running. Kind of pointless running a lot of time.
Passenger again, same as the City game. Passenger.
Yeah, again, really, but yeah, I don't know. I think, especially away, that's not bad. You take.
We take a point. That's fine. Move on.
You lick your wounds and you carry on and you keep going.
Yeah, we go into the next game.
Which is what we're gonna do.
That's it, mate.
Move on to the 8:00 kickoff on the Saturday. Sheffield United against Manchester United.
I was buzzing when I see the result at 70 minutes. When I see the score at 70 minutes, I said, no, they haven't, have they? They actually haven't equalised. No, because I was looking at it after the second half, I was thinking, please, hold on. Please. Yeah, no, but what can you say, innit? They do what Man United do, innit?
Yeah, they've been, especially in these games as well, they've been getting lucky in games that they should be dominating in. Yeah. I mean, a wonder-ish goal from his standards for Dallo.
Oh yeah.
The keeper should have saved it for me.
Should have saved it.
but a wonder goal for Dalot standards.
It's a Man United thing, innit? Like a screamer, keeper should save
McTominay.
it.
So again, McTominay.
Yeah, McTominay popping up in the right
Saving
areas.
them all the time. People always say, why they can't play McTominay. You can't play McTominay. McTominay is coming up with the goods when the other players aren't really at the minute.
Yeah.
And there's been low scoring games quite a few times now for Man United. Another 2-1, which they've managed to scrape by.
Against Sheffield United.
Same against
Same top 16, mate.
This is
Relegation battle team, mate. If you look like, we always compare teams as well, and I like comparing different things. And if you look at the way that Newcastle smashed Palace, a Premier League outfit, and Man United are struggling against.
But again, sometimes I mean the team can they can be a lot tighter. They're not going to be expressive, I guess, in these games. I mean, City went there and nicked a result as well.
Yeah, true. As well. They are good defensively, but you just think that teams will beat them, innit?
I said 3-0 in it United. I didn't think that Sheffield United would really lay a glove. I mean, they scored a penalty, so again, not a goal from open play. These things can happen, dodgy penalties or whatever it was. United still managed to get the win. Another 2-1, which they'll be buzzing with. And at the minute, to be honest with you, they just need results. They need to. The performances would be nice, innit? But you do have to win these games.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you can't be drawing, you can't be losing. So yeah, they'll be definitely happy with that.
Yeah, no. And when are we actually gonna start calling this geezer a flop?
Anthony's
dead. Get Sancho back on. Because he can't be worse.
Anthony is not suited for the Premier
League.
He
cannot be worse than Sancho, bro. I can't have it.
He's not suited for the Premier League.
Honestly. He's dead, bro. The guy's all doing flicks and spinning the ball and getting kicked off the pitch. What's he doing?
He's not good enough.
Come on, man. A winger should be grabbing goals.
The first couple of games, even though he scored, I think, on maybe his debut or was it his debut? I think he scored against you even maybe in one of them.
Everyone scores against us when there's United.
People were just buzzing. Anthony.
Yeah,
I was just like, no, this guy just does not. He don't look sharp enough at all. He looks worse than Almiron.
He's dead. Almiron's better than him.
Almiron has more.
Look at that other side.
Gets around him.
Look at the other side of Man United. Tell me who's on the other side of Man United.
Rashford, yeah.
Marcus Rashford. And you've got Anthony playing alongside. Come on, man. What kind of club is Man United now?
This is Ten Hag, no? Ten Hag signing and Ajax players.
7 Hag, man.
Ten Hag's a fraud for me, mate.
He is a fraud. And so Johnny Evans is playing at the back. Harry Maguire at the back.
Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire.
Come on, man. It's 2010.
Lindelof's playing left back.
This guy actually thinks he's Sir Alex Ferguson with Raphael and Fabio playing at the back and win the league. He ain't win the league.
Playing in the field.
Nah, he's not doing. Anderson, come on.
Honestly, they're papering over the cracks with these wins for sure, which is what they need to do at this point because they're absolutely terrible. So, and if it was getting any worse, let's say they drew this game and against Brentford, Ten Hag would be favourite for the sack for me in the whole Premier League.
Gotta be.
But again, they've got away with it. People have come and saved them in moments. That's what you need. And well, we'll see how they come out of it. I mean, performance-wise, they look terrible. I look at the team nowadays. It's not frightening at all.
Nah, it's not. Man. When I look at that team, I'm thinking, please let us play them next week, please.
So, yeah, Man United, be as happy as you can for as long as you can because, I mean, once you play good teams consistently, if you play City anytime soon as well, which I think they might be playing them next.
That's gonna be
a
tennis score.
It's a long day.
It's
a long day.
That's gonna be lot. But then again, this is what I'm saying. Football's funny.
Yeah, it's true.
It'll be a tight game.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if Man United won 2-1 against someone.
Yeah, it'll be a tight game, right? If you're telling me
performance-wise and how they look when they're playing, it's
not Man United.
I don't know. But
like I said, I'm
long
sad
may
for
it
them.
continue. I'm not sad for them at all. Long may it continue.
No, I'm sad for them because they're still
that job for as long as possible, please. He's the new Guardiola.
No, I'm sad for you know what it is.
They go to the same barber. They got the same stylist.
Ten Hag, bro. No, I'm sad for United fans.
100%.
I'm not sad at the club.
Give him time.
Nah, man, he's horrible. Listen, we are nearly top of the league, innit? And I want Arteta out. And these lot are nearly bottom, and they're not even getting their manager out. These lot are dead, man.
No.
There's many reasons why I want Arteta out in it, but that's for another video.
But anyway, we'll move on to the penultimate fixture. Second last game, only game on a Sunday, 4:30. Aston Villa against West Ham. Now, I'm on the left. I said 1-1. You said 2-1 Villa. How wrong did we go?
Mate.
Again,
The thing is,
it's another Villa pasting of a team that's kind of in and around their quality.
You would say. Yeah. Well, better.
Maybe, yeah.
West Ham just won the Europa League, mate, or Conference League.
Yeah, they had so many chances as well. Watkins, so many times.
What a finish, by the way.
Yeah, he could have scored that 2 or 3 times afterwards. I don't know what he was thinking.
He tried to pass it like 2 times after it when he could have just went on his left.
Yeah.
Zuma was funny as well. Zuma's literally looking at him like, yeah, go on your left.
Yeah,
let him go. Boom. Yeah. And he's like, oh no, he's actually got a left foot. No, that was good. That was good fun to watch because I actually thought West Ham would do more. Antonio up top is banter. He's just like a big bouldering block. Right? He just runs. And the only one that's got quality that I see in West Ham from an outsider looking in, and that plays week in, week out, and has scored again, is Jarrod Bowen.
Bowen, yeah. But
Paquetá looks good now and again, but he doesn't do it all the time.
But again, these games, Villa, they're on a roll, man. They're on a roll.
I'm telling you.
Battering these teams that are supposedly around their quality and what we would expect to be around their quality. But in the actual 100%. Game, in the 90 minutes,
working them.
They're smashing them, man.
Working them. They looked so like them. You know, like when you're playing on FIFA, and you're smashing the geezer, and they don't know where to pass to, and they're turning round the back 4, and then they end up giving it to you. Bro, this was that game. They had no confidence on the ball, West Ham.
It wasn't a good performance from West Ham at all.
No.
You got the win right. You guessed Villa. You went with Villa, and they won. I said a draw. So again, it's another game incorrect. How many is that now?
I'm creeping up now.
Creeping up, yeah.
Got a couple. We're gonna work out next week.
Work it out.
We've got this.
Yeah. But yeah, Villa keep marching on, man. They smash West Ham again. Smash Brighton. I don't know.
Good goals as
well. Where do you think
well.
Villa are going to end up? Just on a side note, this season, because obviously we can get carried away sometimes at the start of a season. But realistically, where do you think they'll actually finish?
Villa, I think they'll come like 7th, 8th. I think they'll only come 6th as if someone has a shocking run at the end and they come in and nick it. But I do see them like steadily, 8th, 7th in the league.
It's the teams at the minute, like the top 4, your City, yourselves, Tottenham, us. You still got, again, you'd say Man United, you'd say Chelsea, even though obviously they're not performing at the minute. Newcastle 7, Brighton 8, Villa now 9.
Palace normally good at the end as well, even though they look bad. But do you get what I mean? Palace are still a step above everyone.
Which you'd be like, that, yeah. It's
if you get it, that's what I'm saying.
Very interesting season. I hope these teams do this though. I hope the Premier League, because it seems to be like Villa have got a lot of investment.
Yeah.
They're buying well, but from what it seems, Emery seems to have them ticking over.
Yeah.
So I want more of these teams to be good in the Premier League, so they can just beat City, like fucking take points off City.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Do you know what it is as well?
And make the Premier League exciting, like just as a whole.
That's it.
We don't want to see the top 4 the same every year.
No, we don't want to see it the same. And what that also does as well is it brings more attention to the Prem. Because I don't want these Sevillas and Atletico Madrid winning Europa. Let English teams win the whole thing. I want the Conference, I want Europa and the Champions League in England.
I think
that's what I want this year.
Do Villa have a European trophy?
They must get into it like and win a European Cup. That would be brilliant for them. You just get more players. It's brilliant.
There's a lot of teams in the Premier League which look good at the minute, and I think we easily have the best top 10. By far in all leagues.
Oh, 100%. 100. If you had a top 10 match off like round robin, we would smash them.
I think so.
We would smash them. I think Villa would like do well against teams like Bayern and them. You get what I mean? They'll lose, innit? But they'll play a good game of football. It'll be a good game.
It'll be interesting. But again, we're hyping them up a lot. So hopefully for them and for Villa fans everywhere, they carry on like this, man.
No, they moved the ball well. And seeing that result, I'm looking at all the other fixtures. Obviously, we've still got 1 game left, but nothing mad happened in that fixture. This is the biggest shock, Geese.
Yeah.
Like
So
that
far,
2-2 against
sure.
Nottingham Forest Luton, yeah, it was a shock because they were 2-0 up,
Yeah,
but that's the biggest
This
shock.
is the biggest shock result-wise.
4-1?
Definitely.
Nah, bro.
Could have been
4-1
more.
against the Hammers.
Definitely could have been more as well.
Oh yeah, if
West
Ollie
Ham got
Watkins
away
would
with
have
one there. Definitely. But yeah, well done Villa.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, honestly. Doing
Flying.
brilliant. Which brings us on to our last game.
Last fixture, mate.
We've got there in the end.
We've got there in the end.
Spurs at home to Fulham.
At the lane.
London derby.
Yes.
And you saw it going, pretty much how it went, but not quite the result.
Yeah.
So Tottenham did dominate, really.
Dominated.
They looked very good on the ball. Fulham didn't really offer much, but again, they're a strange team as well sometimes. Like, you look at their front line and you just think, where are the goals really going to come from? But then some games they score 2 and 3 goals. It's just, they're a weird team, but we both were pretty confident that Spurs were going to win this.
Yeah. You were closer to the actual correct score than me, but you just said Fulham would nick one.
Yeah.
Which, if they had a bit more quality,
They could have. Yeah. But yeah, we both pretty bang on with the assessment of the game, which I think probably most people would have been.
Oh
to be
yeah,
honest with you, with
yes,
Spurs at the minute. Especially at home, they're doing very well to win games at home.
Yeah.
Not conceding again.
Not
very
conceding
good.
is
It's
big.
always important.
They look comfy as well, man. They look like they pass that ball around the back like it's Arsenal now. I'm telling you, man. When they get in tight areas, the old Tottenham, they would have booted out for a throw.
Yeah.
But you got Romero playing it back to the keeper, little dinky out to the left back, Udogie going forward. It's looking good, man.
Yeah.
It's looking good for Spurs.
Well, and are they top of the league still?
Top of the league. Well, no. Well, they should be, innit? They were top of the league last week, innit? They got to be top of the league,
Yeah,
mate.
they're top of the league.
Top of the league, mate. And it's not even a goal difference thing now. It's
points.
actually top of the league. They're actually, we can't even say that it's not.
Oh,
They're
Villa are 5th right now as well.
Yeah, it's only 9 games in it. Yes. There's
Yeah,
a long
they're
way to
8th.
go.
See Chelsea at 10th.
There's a long way to go, man. There's a long way. When we get to 20,
very long season. I'd like to see where it is at halfway in the halfway stage.
It'll be nice.
19 games, 20 games.
Let's see how many games we can actually predict right.
I'm gonna make a low key prediction that this is the top 4, not in any particular order.
What, Tottenham, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool?
Yeah.
You're saying Newcastle, Chelsea, Man United not getting in there?
No, as in at halfway.
Oh, at halfway.
At halfway. So another 10 games.
Another 10 games, yeah.
Good fixtures coming up as well. There are some good fixtures, and hopefully, all these teams apart from Liverpool take points off each other.
Yeah.
Just take points off each other. Just slow each other's momentum down. Draws are good as well. You don't get teams behind you getting too much momentum and getting 3 points. And they just stay exactly where they are.
Yeah, it's mad to say that this stage in the season, and 9 games in, City have dropped 6 points.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a big thing. Like even just looking as an Arsenal fan, seeing us run away with it pretty much at the start of, not run away with it, but we were quite far away with it, and then we bottled it. So
well, the first half of the season up to Christmas was a nuts run. I think it was one of the, it must have been one of the highest.
Longest Premier League run,
points totals at that point in there.
It was like 18 or 19 games, isn't it? It was high.
So,
but that's what I'm saying. Us, like, we're good club, Man City, good club. But the thing is, if anyone can get caught in it.
Exactly.
If you're like, as long as you're in there, you can get caught.
On the wrong day, if you're playing away, nowadays you're going away to Villa, you're going away to Newcastle, to Brighton.
It's long.
You know, it's not an easy day like it was kind of last few years at least.
That's true. And these teams like your Lutons, your Sheffield Uniteds,
they're
playing up because they need the points.
They have to need the points. Exactly. They have to be.
Everyone's scrapping.
That's why the Premier League is the most exciting league in the world. It's just you're always playing for something.
Yeah.
Always playing for something
100%.
Certain teams will, depending on how they get on. Some teams are relegated 10 games before. Hopefully it's not like that. Hopefully it does go a lot closer. But always fighting for something. Always kind of a difficult game. Sometimes we're saying it's harder to call. I mean, it's easier to call some of these games. But that's on paper, innit? We're just guessing what we're seeing from the teams and stuff like that. In reality, so many different things happen in this league. That's why it's the most exciting as well.
Definitely.
But yeah, that sums it up.
Sums up game week 9, mate.
We'll be moving on to game week 10 very shortly.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure hosting you. Have a great rest of your day and see you all again soon.